Hello everybody, Board Game Lawyer here. It is a Sunday evening and I'm going to play some Marvel Champions from Fantasy Flight Games. I'm the Board Game Lawyer and that's what I do, play some Marvel Champions. So let's go down to the table and see what I'm going to be playing with this evening. So this is what I have called Domino Week. I've played 4 games so far that I recorded this week with Domino, who is one of the newer heroes in the game, and so far I have played 2 games in Justice, 1 game in Protection, 1 game in Leadership, and today I'm going to round it out with 1 game of Aggression, and so I'm going to take on the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut is one of my favorite villains in the Marvel Universe. Just like the looks of the guy, he's just big and bad. Let's see if he is in the game. So his main scheme is the Unstoppable Juggernaut. He's Juggernaut 1 and 2. Instead, for Expert mode, we put in 3, but we're not. We're playing Standard. That's what we do. Hope Summers, also add that to the table, so I have that down here. Let's take a look at Hope. Hope is a Psionic X-Force X-Men setup. The first player controls Hope Summers. Hope Summers does not count against your ally limit. Good thing. Kind of cool. Hope Summers' base thwart and base attack are equal to the thwart and attack of your hero. If Hope Summers leaves play, the players lose the game. So she dies, we die. We got to protect Hope Summers. Let's look further at that main scheme. It says after Hope Summers that we included, yes, a standard encounter set and 1 modular encounter set, and I'm going to go with the recommended one because I like Black Tom Cassidy as well. And that's a fun modular set, actually, so I like including that with Juggernaut. The setup says attach Juggernaut's helmet to Juggernaut. Put Hope Summers into play under the first player's control. So here's our helmet. It is a permanent attached to Juggernaut. It's armor, and Juggernaut gains Stalwart. His attacks gain Overkill. Hero action, spend 3 resources of the same type. Remove each momentum counter from Juggernaut and flip this card. So let's learn about this momentum counter here. I'm going to flip the main scheme over to side 1B, and it reads, when this scheme would be completed, instead do the following. Remove all threat from here. If Juggernaut Exposed is in play, flip it. Place 1 momentum counter on Juggernaut. Juggernaut's attacks each player in player order, even if they're in alter ego form. He comes into play with 1 threat on him. It threats out at 7, so that is a low threat threshold, and you add 1 each turn. Then we look at Juggernaut, who says that he gets +1 attack for each momentum counter here. When revealed, place 1 momentum counter here. Give Juggernaut a tough status card, which he does. All right, so spend 3 resources of the same type to remove each momentum counter from Juggernaut and flip this card. So that's how we flip his lid. Is by spending 3 of the same type of resources. All right, let's look at our hero, Nina Thurman, who is Domino in her hero form, but she has 3 recovery. She's an alter ego mutant. Action, choose a card in your hand, swap that card to the top card of your discard pile, limit once per round. And on her hero form, she can do the same thing with the top card of the deck. Let's look and see what I got dealt here at the beginning of the game. I got Hone Technique, which is always good if you can get that out. Hone Technique. And we got Energy, Melee, Wolverine, a good workout, and Digging Deep. So now I need to determine what card I would like to mulligan. I think for sure Melee, because it's not near as good if you don't have more than 1 enemy on the table. Wolverine's a good card to put out, and it's kind of like put him out now or not use him at all. Can I get more value out of Wolverine than I can Hone Technique? I don't know. I think I will discard this attack superpower. 4 damage. Yeah. And hang on to Digging Deep. Is that... Yeah, that probably makes sense. So I'll hang on to these 4 cards. Hopefully I've mulliganed into something good. And it is Combat Training and Deadpool. So those are my cards to start the game. All right. So I can choose a card in my hand and swap that with the top card of the discard pile. I could do that a limit of once per round. Combat Training, Deadpool, Digging Deep. let me see what I'm going to be able to afford. So I've got energy resource here. I've got digging deep. Yeah, and maybe I'm just going to try to get rid of Juggernaut's helmet. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. I think I'm not going to swap out anything from my hand. I'm just going to flip over to my hero form. And that is a hero action to spend 3 resources. So I got to be in hero form. It says, when counting resources on cards, discard the top card of your deck. Count each printed wild icon twice. Action, choose a card in your hand, swap it with top card of your deck. Limit once per round. So I could swap out Home Technique and maybe hopefully be able to play that on my next turn. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to swap out Home Technique. I'm going to put it on top of my deck to swap it with this card here, Sharpshooter. Yeah, Home Technique goes on top of my deck. Then I can, let's see, spend, well, I got 3 of the same resources here, Sharpshooter and Energy. But I won't be able to put out Wolverine if I do that. I was kind of wanting to put out Wolverine. I need to knock the tough off too. And Wolverine can certainly knock off the tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Attacks gain piercing. So let's do that. Let's put Wolverine out. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Put Wolverine out. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3. Maybe I hang on to that energy. Yeah, I guess that's what I do. Hang on to the energy. Sharpshooter, Deadpool, combat training, and digging deep. To put out Wolverine. Cost 4. Wolverine's attacks gain piercing. So yeah, we're going to attack with Wolverine into Juggernaut. It's going to knock off his tough and do 3 damage to him. And then on Wolverine, we place 2 consequential damage. Hope Summers can attack Juggernaut for 2. And Domino can attack Juggernaut for 2. Knocks him down to 11. So we did do some damage here on the first turn to Juggernaut. And he's probably going to punch us pretty hard. So he's +1 attack for each momentum counter here. Yeah. That'll end my turn. I don't know how good I'm feeling about this. We got the power of aggression, digging deep, strength, home technique, energy. So we did get some decent cards this. Yeah, we got some decent cards this turn. So might be able to do something on my next turn, depending on how things turn out here. So the unstoppable Juggernaut gets 1 threat placed upon it. Juggernaut is going to attack Domino. I'm going to defend. I guess that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to defend. So he's going to attack for 2. Oh boy. Yep. And the boost here says that I am stunned. So I need to place a stunned card onto Domino. So Juggernaut is got 1 momentum counter on him. So he's 2, 3, 4 damage in Domino. I block 3 of it. So she does lose 1 hit point. Creeping Willow is discarded. Next card, encounter card, is a Creeping Willow, of course. So he has a quick strike. Says after Creeping Willow attacks and damages a character, stun that character. Well, we'll just go ahead and let him put that damage in the Domino. She's already stunned. So now Domino's down to 7. We are going to have to get rid of that Creeping Willow, though. All right, my turn begins. I do heal 1 damage from Wolverine whenever my turn begins. Wolverine could take out that Creeping Willow completely, and I think I will. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Wolverine into Creeping Willow, knocks him out. And that needed to happen. Hope Summers is going to do move threat. I need to flip down. I may need to flip down. Yeah, I may need to. So Hope Summers is going to remove 1 threat off of the Unstoppable Juggernaut. So she doesn't have any consequential damage that she takes, so that's good. Otherwise, that would just be terrible. Oh, and I placed two consequential damage on Wolverine, so he's 1 step away from dying. I'm going to use the power of aggression and digging deep. Let's see. I need to get, well, if I flip down though. Yeah, if I flip down though and he schemes, I believe that helmet goes back on. So it's almost like a waste of resources to do that. Unless I don't flip down. Which I may not. So Home Technique comes out. We'll spend the power of aggression. And I guess energy. Yeah. Energy. And then we'll use... probably should have flopped with the top card of my deck. That's alright though. I'm going to use Strength and Digging Deep. So those will be 3 matching resources to remove the momentum counter off of Juggernaut. So that helps, at least. And we're going to flip his lid. It says permanent. Attached to Juggernaut. Juggernaut takes 1 additional damage from each card with a printed mental resource. Printed mental resource. Force response. After Juggernaut schemes, place 1 momentum counter on Juggernaut and flip this card. So I'm going to stay upright. I'm going to advance the phase. Let's see what we got. We got Lucky and Good, Sharpshooter, Smash the Problem, Digging Deep, and Genius. So Lucky and Good is a defense card. When a boost card is turned face up during an attack against you, exhaust Lucky and Good. Oh, that's an upgrade. Yeah. So I would have had to put it out before. Let's just finish the reading, though. It says, cancel that boost icon and boost ability. Give the attacking enemy another boost card for this attack. So if he ends up with a massive attack, that's 1 good opportunity to play Good and Lucky. All right, so we're going to place 1 threat on the main scheme. Juggernaut's going to attack Domino. Domino's going to defend 4, 3. His attack says take 1 indirect damage. Where do I put the indirect damage? I think I'll put the indirect damage into Hope Summers. Is that a bad idea? Probably. If I put the indirect damage into Domino, that puts her down to 6. He has 3 damage then, which I don't take any because I got 3 defense. So that ends Ground Pound. Discard that. Now the encounter card, it reads, Flatten. When revealed, choose to either take damage equal to Juggernaut's attack or place 1 momentum counter on him. No, I think I'm going to, yeah, I'll just take damage equal to 2. So Domino's going to take 2 more damage. So Flatten is our encounter card. It's discarded, gone, away. And that ends the Juggernaut's turn. Advance the phase. Wolverine gets to heal for 1. Wolverine can remove threat. Let's see. Smash the Problem can also remove threat. Exhaust your hero. Hero's already exhausted. Removes threat from a scheme equal to your hero's attack. Ugh. Digging Deep. Sharpshooter. When you make a ranged attack. Don't have ability to make a ranged attack yet. Good and Lucky and Good. I've got that on the table. I feel like I need to flip down. So Wolverine removes a threat off of the Unstoppable Juggernaut. He takes 1 consequential damage. Hope Summers removes 1 off of the Unstoppable Juggernaut. Takes no consequential damage. Sharpshooter, might as well put that on the table now. I got the money to pay for it. Oh, you know what? Instead of doing that, let's swap a card with the top card of my deck. What do I want to swap out? How about if I put Digging Deep on top of my deck? Or I could put the Genius card on top of my deck. Save the Genius for later. But I might get something good on top. Let's see. What do I want to swap out? I'm going to hang on to the Sharpshooter. Digging Deep. Smash the Problem. Lucky and Good. Okay, we're going to swap out Lucky and Good to draw Domino's Pistol. Excellent. That's a great one. Yes. Is that an attack? It is an attack. It would be a way to clear that stunned. So Lucky and Good goes on top of my deck. I'm going to spend the 2 resources to put out Domino's Pistol. I'll also spend 2 more resources to put out the Sharpshooter. Okay. Sharpshooter says when you make a ranged attack, discard the top card of your deck. This attack deals 1+ damage for each resource icon discarded this way. And we remember her ability. If it's a printed icon, you do it twice. Oh, I hate to have to clear the stun with the pistol, but it is one way to do it. Let me back up a little bit here so that I can kind of spread things out a little bit. I got the Hone Technique, Sharpshooter, Domino's Pistol, and yeah, Domino's Pistol's going to go off. And I'm not going to worry about the Sharpshooter ability because all we need to do is clear that stun. Or clear that stun, yeah. And I do have to flip the card for it. So good, Lucky and Good is gone. All right, and I think now that I'm going to have to flip down. Let's put Wolverine over here next to Hope Summers. We'll put all of our upgrades on one side. Put all my allies on the other. So flip over to my alter ego form. I don't have any cards in hand, so my turn is over. Advance the phase. All right, I got Into the Fray. Into the Fray. I got Hone Technique, the Posse, White Fox, and Brute Force. I like Brute Force. +1 attack. That'll help out Hope Summers, right? Placing 1 threat onto the unstoppable Juggernaut. Juggernaut's going to attack Nina Thurman. No, he's going to scheme. He's going to scheme. And I need to keep in mind, too, attach to Juggernaut. Juggernaut takes 1 additional damage from each card with the printed mental resource. Ooh. I forgot about that with Hope Summers. That was a mental... Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and... Yeah, just missed it. Juggernaut takes 1 additional damage from each card with a printed mental resource. After Juggernaut schemes, place 1 momentum counter on Juggernaut and flip this card. So he's going to scheme. And he's going to scheme for... Ooh, Citrix Exemplar. So 3/4 threat onto the unstoppable Juggernaut. Takes it up to 5. I don't like that. I know what's on the horizon. Anytime I get close, I know what's going to happen. So we flip and we place 1 momentum counter onto Juggernaut. The encounter card is Memories of Armageddon. It says, give the Nina Thurman player. That's me. Treat your identity printed text box as if it were blank except for traits. Alter ego, exhaust your identity, discard, you discard Memories of Armageddon. I was hoping to heal. I was really hoping to heal. I guess I still could. It's just I got so much threat on that main scheme now that I got to take care of. And do I have anything to remove it? Deal 6 damage for each point of excess damage dealt by this attack. Remove 1 threat from the main scheme. Why couldn't a Creeping Willow come out now? That'd have been nice. Text box as if it was blank except for traits. Okay. Now there's another Hone Technique. Brute Force, White Fox, the Posse. You know what? Okay, hold on. It says the first player controls Hope Summer. She does not count toward your ally limit. Alright, just looking at her card there. Memories of Armageddon. Oh, that got rid of my ability to recover. Because I'll need to exhaust that. He's got Got that helmet back on. So if I exhaust Nina Thurman to get rid of Memories of Armageddon, discard that. If I flip to my hero form, I'm going to swap out White Fox for the top card of my deck, which is a good workout. White Fox goes on top of my deck. Brute Force, let's see. If I want to flip the helmet, I'm going to have to spend 3 of the same type of resources. So 1, 2, 3. How about I spend the posse and also Into the Fray and another Into the Fray. To flip that helmet and remove the momentum counter from Juggernaut. If I put Brute Force out, that will make Hope Summers more powerful. So I'm going to spend Hone Technique to put Brute Force out. Your hero gets +1 attack. Your basic attacks gain piercing. After you make a basic attack, discard Brute Force. Well, we're not going to make a basic attack with Domino, but we're going to make a basic attack with Hope Summers to do 3 damage in the Juggernaut. And then Wolverine healed for 1. So Wolverine is going to remove a threat. Yeah, I think about that one. And then, so Domino's Pistol goes off. Exhaust Domino's Pistol, choose an enemy, discard top card of your deck, deal 1 damage to enemy for each resource icon discarded this way. This attack gains ranged. So discarding the first top card is White Fox. After White Fox is discarded from the top of your deck, put her under play under your control. And then since this is a range attack, we also do the same thing for Sharpshooter. When you make a range attack, discard top card of your deck. This attack deals 1 additional damage for each resource icon discarded this way. So far we're 1 for Domino's Pistol. And we're going to be 2-3 damage into Juggernaut because of that Sharpshooter ability. Now White Fox is in play. Got 2 allies now. So White Fox could remove a threat from the Unstoppable Juggernaut. I think has to. Right? And I got to put 1 consequential damage on the Wolverine from earlier. We're going to remove 1 threat off of the Unstoppable Juggernaut. Place 1 consequential damage on White Fox. And our phase gets advanced. Advanced phase. Okay. I got Yarnborn, Smash the Problem, Into the Fray, Outlaw. Still got the good workout from earlier. So now White Fox is in play. And we're going to place 1 threat on the Unstoppable Juggernaut. Domino is going to defend. Juggernaut is going to attack for 2. Plus another 1. And I'm stunned again. Man. Stunned. And hits for 3. But yeah, I've got defense of 3, so just discarding Sleeping Willow. Or Creeping Willow. And then encounter card reads, Gang Up, of course. This card gains Surge. If it's an alter ego, but it's not. So we're in a villain form, or hero form. So the villain and each minion engaged with you attacks you. So now Juggernaut's going to attack. And I got to defend. I got to defend with something like maybe like a White Fox. Because I can't take 4 damage. So White Fox defending against that. And the boost is deal 1 damage to an ally you control. Well, we're going to deal 1 damage to White Fox. And now we're going to count up the damage. So 1, 2, 3 damage into White Fox. So that was a good defense. Trample is gone. Discarded. Alright. End of Juggernaut's turn. And we'll begin by healing 1 from Wolverine. Hope Summers is still at 3 because of Domino there. Outlaw. Toughness. When Outlaw attacks, discard the top card of your deck. Outlaw gets +1 attack for this attack for each resource icon discarded this way. But I'm looking really at that toughness. Juggernaut does not have piercing. We've got Smash the Problem. Exhaust your hero. Hero's already exhausted. I need to clear the stunned. I can either do that with a good workout. Yarnborn. After your hero attacks an enemy, spend a fist resource, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Yarnborn's good. But I do like the idea of putting out the Outlaw for that toughness ability. So I spend 3 to put Outlaw out. And I think that's going to be into the fray, Smash the Problem, and a good workout. I'm going to hang on to Outlaw for a minute. Hope Summers is going to do 3 damage in the Juggernaut. Wolverine's going to remove a threat from Unstoppable Juggernaut. Domino's Pistol. We discard a card that takes care of the stunned. Hero gets +1 attack. Your basic attacks gain piercing. Discard any status card from the target before dealing damage. After you make a basic attack, discard Brute Force. That was a basic attack. No, it wasn't a basic attack. It was Domino's Pistol. It's not a basic attack, so he keeps the Brute Force. And I'm just going to hang on to Outlaw. I do need to place 1 consequential on the Wolverine. I can always forget that. Consequential damage. Okay, we're trying. We're trying to stay in the game here. All right, what'd I get? I got Yarnborn. I got Jackpot, Side Holster, Right Place, Right Time, and Luck Be Lady. Those are all good. Placing 1 threat onto the main scheme. Juggernaut attacks. We're going to defend with Outlaw. Juggernaut attacks Outlaw for 3, for 5. Knocks the tough off of Outlaw. Good thing we're getting through those 3s. And the next card is an Assault. When revealed, the villain attacks you. The villain attacks me. I'm defending. He attacks for 2. Deal 1 damage to an ally you control. I think I'll deal that damage over there to Outlaw. And then Trample is 1, 2, 3. 3 damage into Domino. I blocked it with my 3 defense. So Trample goes away. Assault goes away. All right, we'll flip to to our turn. Still haven't used her ability yet to swap a card from the top. Jackpot might be a good one to put on top of the deck, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to swap. Ooh, let's see what this is. Luck be a lady. Heal 2 damage, remove 2 threat, deal 3 damage to an enemy. Choose one of the above. So I can heal 2 damage from a character, remove 2 threat from a scheme, deal 3 damage to an enemy if I were to... Let's see. Did I heal 1 off of Wolverine? No, didn't heal 1 off Wolverine yet. Luck be a lady. If I put Jackpot on top of my deck, Jackpot on top of the deck, which is what I'm leaning towards doing right now. Jackpot on top of my deck, lock and load. Probably end up being a resource. So if I do... Right place, right time. Remove 3 threat from scheme. Discard top card of your deck for each resource icon. Discard this way. Remove 1 additional threat. It would be a way to get rid of threat off of the unstoppable Juggernaut. That right place. And luck be a lady. So I could probably use both of those cards this turn. So let's do luck be a lady. We'll spend 1 resource to do that, which is my lock and load. Discard Jackpot. So I have all three resources on there. So the first one says heal 2 damage from a character. And the 2 damage I think I'll heal is either myself or Wolverine. Kind of liking the idea of healing Wolverine, actually. But I got to heal myself, right? Yeah. Healing Domino for 2. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. I'll take 2 off of the unstoppable Juggernaut. And then deal 3 damage to an enemy. So we'll do 3 into Juggernaut. Discard him. Alright. Juggernaut's attack. Get +1 attack for each momentum counter here. When revealed, place 1 momentum counter here. If Juggernaut exposed in play, flip it. Otherwise, give Juggernaut a tough status card. So Juggernaut exposed is in play. So I need to flip that card and place 1 momentum counter onto Juggernaut now. Now he's attack of 3. +1 is 4. Discard. Luck be a lady. And since I drew that as a... After this card is discarded from the top of your deck, shuffle it back into your deck. So we're going to shuffle that Jackpot back into my deck. Luck be a lady comes out here. So I could use all 3 of these resources right here as fist resources to flip that lid again. And I'm going to do that. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3. To knock off the momentum counter and flip Juggernaut's helmet. Now he's exposed again. Hope Summers is going to attack for 3 because of brute force. Now he's down to 18. Domino's pistol goes off with the sharpshooter ability. Let's see. Yeah, I got to remember this. Hope Summers, she's a mental, and I'm flipped, so I could do 1 more damage with her. So I got to remember to do that. So Juggernaut's down to 17 now. None of these cards. So Domino's pistol. Flip the top card. Oh, it's a mental. Let's see if that makes a difference. Let me read that. It says Juggernaut adds 1 additional damage. Takes 1 additional damage from each card with a printed fist resource. So whenever you do this, exhaust the pistol. Choose an enemy, discard top. Deal 1 damage to that enemy for each resource icon discarded. This way, this attack gains ranged. So my +1, since that was a mental resource that got flipped, I'd have to look that up in the rules somewhere. Or ask the question. If Domino's pistol flips over a mental resource, does it do an extra damage because Juggernaut takes 1 additional damage from each card with a printed resource? I'm going to say yes. That is a printed resource, and that's what we're looking at when we flip that card. Sharpshooter is going to flip this card, and it's a wild resource, so you count that twice. So we're going to put 4 damage in the Juggernaut. And so Wolverine. If I don't thwart with Wolverine right now, I think I stand a terrible chance of threading out for some reason, because I don't remember seeing the advance cards. So we're going to exhaust Wolverine, place 1 consequential damage on him to remove 1 threat from the unstoppable Juggernaut. Alright, I think I've done everything, all my cards this turn. Yep. So we're going to advance the phase. And what I get? I got Thor, I got Domino's pistol, I got the jackpot again, I got Psylocke. Oh boy, that's good. And probability field. Use basic power, discard top card of your deck. You get +1 power to that for this use. Okay, good. Oh, this is good. Yep, we're looking all right. So we're placing one threat on unstoppable Juggernaut. Juggernaut's going to attack us for 3. I'm going to defend. And we're going to defend for 4 damage. So 3. I take 1. Discard caught off guard. That's the boost. The encounter card is Flatten. Again, when revealed, choose to either take damage equal to Juggernaut's attack or place 1 momentum counter on him. I'll take damage equal to his attack. 1, 2, 3, and a Domino. So discard Flatten. And that is the end of Juggernaut's turn. How much damage can I do? I got 3 damage I can do with Hope Summers. 4 damage, actually, because she's mental. Alright, so 4 damage into Juggernaut. Outlaw says... Let's look at Outlaw. Outlaw says, when Outlaw attacks, discard the top card of your deck. Outlaw gets +1 attack for this attack for each resource icon discarded this way. Let's do Outlaw. So she's going to attack for 1. And it's a fist, so 2 more damage in the Juggernaut. Takes him down to 7. So Outlaw takes a consequential damage for that. I've got Psylocke in hand. I also have Thor. And I got another Domino's pistol. I'm going to go ahead and shoot Domino's pistol off. So it's a hero action. We discard a card. And it is a wild resource. So that's 2. We're going to use the sharpshooter ability as well to add 2 more to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess to balance it out so that I don't get accused of cheating, I'm going to add 2 to Juggernaut because I'm not sure about that mental icon. When you use it for the sharpshooter or for the pistol ability, does that cause damage to Juggernaut? It may, but it's kind of a moot point in this game because I think I got it. If I attack with Wolverine, of course, I hit for 3. That knocks Juggernaut down to 2. Wolverine's discarded, and then we just bring out Thor for the big smash here at the end. We use 3, the jackpot, to pay for him. And Thor says, when Thor attacks a minion, that's all there is. So, just minion text. So 3 damage into Juggernaut, knocks Juggernaut all the way down to 0. Okay, so this was a Domino aggression deck. It was a lot of fun, actually, to play Domino and aggression this way. And I like it because, particularly in this scenario with Hope Summers and using brute force, we were able to get that extra attack against Juggernaut. And when you knock his helmet off, Hope Summers is a mental reach, so that's like 4 damage. And a defense of 3 is basically what that combo of Domino is. And that's pretty darn good. So yeah, it's a fun game, and I enjoyed it. I didn't get hone technique off at all. I guess I was okay. So I broke kind of the mold here this time. Usually I play with a 40 card deck and a 40 card deck only. That's kind of just always been my thing. You know, try to optimize as much as possible. But I actually made a 50 card deck this time, and it really helped because had I not done that, I would have decked myself just now. And let's see what his other encounter card would have been. Black Tom Cassidy, who is villainous. Black Tom Cassidy cannot take damage while Creeping Willow's in play. When revealed, search the encounter deck, discard pile for one copy of Creeping Willow, put it into play, engage with you. So if I would have had to deal myself another encounter card because of decking myself, there's a good chance that Black Tom Cassidy would have came out, which means a Creeping Willow would have came out, which means he has the guard ability. So you got to take down the Creeping Willow first and hope that you got enough damage left over to take out Juggernaut. So yeah, a 50 card deck actually saved me this time, I think. And I didn't feel too watered down on my hero deck. I felt like it worked pretty good. Got a lot of really powerful heroes in it. What I did was I used all the resource cards that came with Domino. So let's see, we had so this energy, genius, and strength, of course, comes with Domino. But then there's that other resource card. Can't think of it off the top of my head. Oh, I know I used it. I thought I used it recently too. But I used all the resources that come with the Domino. Oh, Digging Deep, that's what it is. Digging Deep. I used all the resources that come with Domino, but I wanted to add the power of aggression as well because I had so many high power allies, high cost allies in my deck that I wanted to have a little extra money to spend to try to get those guys out, like Wolverine. You see I got Psylocke in my hand, Thor. Just tried to put the big guys in here, so I thought I might need some extra resources to do that. Plus those are wild resources, those power of cards. So those work with Domino really well also. So I jumped it up to 50 cards for my deck, and that ended up working out pretty good today anyways, unless you saw something that I did wrong. And of course the invitation is always there. If you see something I did wrong in one of my playthrough videos, doesn't hurt my feelings at all, please drop that in the comments down below. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video this evening. This has been Domino week here on my channel, and I think what I'll do is I'll just set up like a playlist for just Domino games only. But it has been fun to play with this hero this week, Domino. I really like her. I just Cable kind of took the stage right out of the gate there, and then later on I liked playing with Angel, and I kind of recently got into playing with Phoenix. And so Domino got kind of pushed aside. I didn't play very many games with her. In fact, the only games I played with her prior to this week were just, I believe, only pre-con decks. But it's really fun to build with her and go out there and find those wild resources that you can use to try to trigger her abilities. And I really like the pistol. That's been kind of like the MVP this week. So that's like a extra attack, and then you throw the sharpshooter on there too because it's ranged. So that's been good as well. So really fun week, and recommend Domino highly. So thanks for watching my videos. I am the Board Game Lawyer. You can catch me here on Twitch. You can catch me on YouTube. A few other places you can catch me, social media. But anyway, Board Game Lawyer BGL. Thanks for watching this week, and have a wonderful next week, folks. Take care, everybody.